Good morning, day 34. All right, I am just now leaving this hostel. It is 10, let's just call it 10:20. And I'm gonna try to do 18.4 miles, which tack on the 4/10 of a mile to get down to the trailhead here on this highway. We'll just call it a 19-mile day. The sun, as you can see, just came out. It's been raining, misty kind of all morning. Perfect time to leave. Trail's gonna be muddy, but it's gonna be warm. It might be a shirt-off day, finally. So, can't say enough good things about the station at 19E. Best hostel I've stayed at. Breakfast this morning was phenomenal. All you can eat. And they have their own website called trailmagicdesk.com, where random people can leave donations, buy any hiker or any named hiker or unnamed hiker a beer or a bunk or whatever. Well, I found out this morning breakfast normally isn't free, but they've had so much donations, like $2,000 from random people in England, for instance, that they've been giving out free breakfasts, I think, all season. And all last weekend was free bunks. Of course, they had Hikerpalooza in the area, their version of Trail Days, this past weekend, which I missed, coming in Sunday afternoon. I just missed it. But typical Trail Days kind of festivities with music and stuff downtown. But yeah, so they were getting out free bunks. All that's courtesy of Trail Magic, people donating money online. So trailmagicdesk.com. All right, well, let's get on the trail here. The wind is blowing, and actually it is cloudy. It's been misty a little bit, so I might still have a little rain, but I think it's supposed to stop here any minute. So talk to you later. Bye. All right, so this is Jones Falls. I remember this from 11-12 years ago. Keegan, you might remember it too. I'll get a snapshot of it, but actually there's a couple of things here this morning so far that I remember. We crossed a church, and then we crossed a large multi-family cemetery that I distinctly remember from our section hikes a dozen years ago. Other than that, I haven't remembered a whole lot distinctly, but I definitely remember those. Of course, time of the year is different, so things are, the terrain is a little different, or the topography, the vegetation, so it kind of throws me off a little bit. But yeah, I definitely remember these falls, and yeah, still cloudy, but it's not going to rain anymore, so it's going to be a nice day. That's what I would be doing if it was just about 10 degrees warmer. Well, that old adage, rain before 7, clear by 11, it's not holding true today. It just will not let up. It's just on and off sprinkling. So, fortunately it's not cold and blowing, so got the umbrella out. All right. But yeah, for something that's showing less than 40%, it sure is squeezing out every bit of that 40% chance. See ya. All right, leaving Mountaineer Falls Shelter and headed to the next one, I think Moorland Gap. That was a nice shelter though. 3 levels. I had a 3rd level loft where looks like maybe a couple people could sleep up there. But moving on. All right, more trail magic, courtesy of G Hippie. That's the Laurel Fork behind me. Pretty area here. Yeah, this section has a lot of waterfalls. All right, it is just shy of 5:30, and here I am at Moreland Gap Shelter. And that's not a bad time considering the weather, muddy trail, and the fact that I stopped for that trail magic. Let's check in.
Beautiful thing.
That's styling right there.
That's how you do it.
Good morning, day 35. This is the last day of week number 5, and I am leaving Moreland Gap Shelter. There it is in the background. It is 20 till 9. Pretty good early start. And I really don't know what I'm doing today. All right, I passed Dennis Cove Road a little ways back. It's where you can go east to Kincora Hostel or west to Black Bear Hostel. This is the Pond Mountain Wilderness that I entered. And coming up here in about a mile and a half is Laurel Falls. And over to my right over here is the Laurel Fork, I guess. River, creek, whatever. Pretty area, you can hear the waterfalls. This is a beautiful area. And this is the first place I've seen this pink azalea or mountain laurel blooming. So, nice. Wow. Pretty cool. There she is, Laurel Falls. And I don't remember this trail being this steep getting down to it, but maybe it was, or maybe they've rerouted it. This is a very technical, steep downhill to get down here. You see what I came up. Trail continues on that way. It's going down to the bottom, take a little break. Wes and Trenton and a couple other youngsters that I met at Gooch Mountain Shelter, very second shelter, night number 2, are down here. It's kind of weird how you cross paths and weave in and out with different people that you've seen all along the trail. Awesome. This is actually the trail. Just hugs this bluff. Wow. All right, now it goes up there. I want to take this little side trail up to Laurel Fork Shelter, because I don't think I stayed here or even came up here, 10, 12 years ago when Keegan and I were section hiking along here. So as you saw, it's made out of local stone, so it's it's really nice. So moving on. All right, cross the river here one more time. Beautiful trail. Okay, it is 2:13 and I have made it out onto what I think is called Shook Road, and US Highway 321 is just to the right, and Boots Off Hostel is somewhere very close here. I think that's it right there. So I'm gonna go check out, see what's going on. And there's Piss Bag. Yep, here it is. Boots Off Hostel and Campground. This place is apparently pretty nice. I heard some guy on an intercom from way up on the mountain. They're having a party up there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it's after 8 o'clock p.m. So give you an update of what's going on here to close out day 35. I am at Kincora Hostel. Kincora Hostel I passed this morning, but it was just too early in the day. I was interested in staying here, but it was just way too early in the day, and I knew I could make it onto US 321 on up at Hampton. And so at the Boots Off Hostel, which was my last video, that was just right after 2 p.m. I called the proprietor here of this hostel, Kincora, and I said, hey, you know, I passed your place earlier today. I'm interested in hitching a ride into Hampton, maybe get something to eat. I figured you might have some guests staying there, and you might have to go into Hampton just whenever it's convenient for you. If I could ride back, I'd be interested in staying at your place. At that point in time, probably pushing 3 o'clock, no one was staying here. This is basically a free hostel. He accepts donations. Suggested donation is only $5 a night. It's very rustic, but I mean, he lives in this house here, and the hostel is just beyond that. You can see over my shoulder. So he picked me up. 15 minutes, left right away, and I've been back here when we've just been chewing the fat. It's just it's just a real pleasure to speak with. He's been operating this hostel for 25 years, and yeah, so several other people are here. It's good to see F Goat, the Polish guy that I was with at Standing Bear Farm. Seems like many moons ago. We crossed paths a couple times, and he's caught up with me now. But he just rolled in, and then there's another couple of people here that I had not met before today. So yeah, it's ended up being a really nice evening. I got a wood fire going inside, and I'll spin the camera around and show you around a little bit. So you gotta love this ivy. This is where Bob Peoples lives, the guy who runs the hostel. But here's the main building of the hostel itself. He does have a tree house out back, as well as another cabin, basically a shed that he had converted. But go up here. There's F Goat.
No lights.
Yeah, so that's the shower, and there's the there's an outhouse that's locked actually, but there's another little outhouse there, his bathroom, and laundry, and then here's the main cabin. Isn't that cozy? Sweet.
Are you crazy? Starting to think so.
The bunks are back there. There's bunks. Bunks. You go up these steps, and there's more bunks. And then I'm in a separate little room back in the back corner over there. So I guess that's it. All right, so we're all settled now. So that's it. This is Wagner von Bonderweg. Gute Nacht.